Two police chases by Shorewood Hills Police this past week nearly missed tragedy. One through a playground and another ending rammed against someone's home. One neighbor who didn't want to be on camera wants to know, is making an arrest really worth the danger? Braden Ross reports.
It just rounded the corner and boom, into the house.
Saturday morning, a quiet Madison neighborhood shaken when a police chase ended in near tragedy.
A neighbor told me there was a woman sitting here on this bench just 10 feet away when a car came speeding around this corner. You can see here where it hit the curb and careened into this house.
No one was hurt, but a neighbor believes the outcome could easily have been much worse.
Given any other day, those kids might have been right out there playing. If the worst had happened, if someone had been killed in that, had been there, then how do you weigh that out? Was that worth the chase? Or is there another way to stop a stolen car?
Earlier this week, another Shorewood Hills police chase ran through a playground. The officer in both pursuits, Shorewood Hills Police Chief Jeff Farrow.
It's also part of our obligation to then stop those vehicles, because if we don't do it, no one else is going to.
He says on Saturday morning he heard reports of a possible stolen car driving recklessly near Shorewood Hills, so he went looking for it. Farrow says he watched from his unmarked squad as a car matching the description took off speeding through residential neighborhoods.
I don't think it's fleeing me, because she's not shown any indication that I'm there. But I have an obligation to try to stop this car at that point.
He says he followed it, sirens, lights, and all, and before he knew it, the driver lost control and crashed into a house.
It wasn't a long, lengthy pursuit that ended in a crash. That crash was going to happen whether I was there or not.
For the playground chase, his answer is similar.
Those drivers were driving that way before we were involved, and they were going to continue to drive that way.
He believes it all comes down to a judgment call.
It's not taken for granted. Because a lot of us have seen tragedy related to pursuits.
The neighbor I spoke to says she too wants accountability for those putting people at risk, but her concerns still stand.
We stopped her from driving erratically, right? The car crashed. But there's a bigger picture here. I still believe a conversation about when to chase and not to chase is important.
Reporting in Shorewood Hills, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.